Hey everyone, Not So Ace Trainer here with Not So Ace TCG, and today we're looking at Mega Zeraora EX. My list is inspired by FortheWin's build, but I've made a few changes to suit my playstyle better. This Pokemon does 60 damage for each lightning energy it has attached, meaning that it can deal infinite damage. But there are some issues. And for that, we have Magneton from Surging Sparks. Its Overvolt discharge ability knocks it out but lets you attach 3 basic energy from your discard pile to your lightning Pokemon in any way you like. In order to have energy in the discard pile for this ability, we have 3 Prism Towers that let you discard 2 cards and draw 1, and we have 4 Carmine that lets you discard your hand and draw 5 cards, and you can use it if you go first. The second issue is, how do you survive a game with a 3 prizer as your attacker and giving up free prizes with Magneton? Well, for that you use Acerola's Mischief. This supporter can only be played if your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards remaining, but lets you target one of your Pokemon and prevent all damage done to it by your opponent's Pokemon EX during the following turn. 1 Zeraora down and 1 Magneton used, and that's 2 prizes left for your opponent. If you can chain them well, you can maybe last long enough to win the game. I'm using Prime Catcher for the Ace pack as it lets you pick targets if your opponent is trying to keep you from taking 2 or 3 prizes, and that's also the reason for the regular Zeraora, since it deals 210 damage to any EX on the bench, enough to knock out Meowth, Pecharunt and Fez. And of course, since we're giving up prizes anyway, I'm using 2 red cards instead of 1 to disrupt them later in the game. And I'm running 9 basic lightning energy as well as 4 voltaic energy in order to boost the damage. I think you can already tell that there are a lot of issues with Mega Zeraora EX, very sadly, as I was hoping for a more viable card. But anyway, there's no better way to judge it than seeing it in action, so let's get into some games. Alright, we're choosing heads here, just trying to go first as that's the best thing we can do. This deck can donk, but donking someone that is 60 HP is a lot rarer. Donking someone with 80 is a little bit more common, but we're not even sure we're gonna get a Voltaic Energy on your first turn, so it's best not to risk anything. Okay, we open with Zeraora, which is what we want. But we're gonna be forced to discard 1 Acerola's Mischief, because unless they're opening with something not that powerful, something that we can knock out with like 2 energies or something, I don't think we're gonna be very lucky here. I think I have to Carmine. I could knock it out with 2 actually. It is weak to... I'm gonna risk it. It is weak to lightning, so with 2 energies I can actually knock it out. So I think I'm gonna risk it. I don't think they're gonna item lock me, but just in case, I'm gonna do this. I get a Lillie's, that's perfect. I'll risk it. I'll actually risk it. I wasn't expecting something weak to lightning, but I did find a lot of like for example, Mega Greninja EX, you'll find a lot of them, Mega Starmie. Those are easy for you to knock out. The only issue with this is that Mega Zeraora is also very easy to be knocked out, so not the most powerful one out there. Okay, we're knocking out this one unless I don't get an energy. All we need is 1 energy and we knock out the Wellspring Ogerpon. There's a Lillie's. Alright, give me an energy. We have a whole bunch of them. Alright, there we go. And I can also get 2 Magnemite down because I might need to do my thing. But with 2 energies, you can actually knock this one out. So these are the good games with Mega Zeraora. 2 prizes, taken very easily. On our second turn, 2 energies, a Pokemon that is weak to it. We didn't have to use a Magneton. We will have to use 1 next, because we cannot knock out the Latias with just 1 energy more. We deal 180 or 200 with... But see, with the Latias and the Fezandipity, we can maybe, and I think I might try it, we might be able to just do the other Zeraora. Or we can take 3 prizes here. Let me think about it, because if we use the other Zeraora, the non-Mega, non-EX, it can deal 210 to the bench, and that knocks out both Latias or Fez, or the Clefairies. I can knock all of them out, actually. I might go for the Clefairy, actually. It is a good way for us to save on prizes. We have Voltaic Energy on our hand, I can retreat into... Okay, that's what I'm going to do. If we have the Pokemon on our... I don't know if I have enough, so I'll just throw away 1 red card. I think that should be enough. We do have the Zeraora, so we can do this. I can retreat. That does 2 energies on the discard pile. I don't want to, you know, discard the boss or anything. So I'll do this. I'll use Magneton. And we don't have to retreat. I can just get the energy on the Zeraora. And I think I'm going to go for the Clefairy, actually. Or not. I might just go for the Fez. I think the Fez is honestly the best decision because it is their draw power. Or not. The Latias is actually the best one. I'm going to go for Latias, actually. They might have the Mega Kangaskhan stuck for the following turn. And that's very good for us. So I might just do this. I have boss as well. I can evolve here. So even after this turn, I can do it again. And just win the game, actually. If they don't knock out anything, if they don't take the Zeraora away, because that's what I'm doing, 2 stand on the bench, that's the Latias down. If they don't knock out the... granted, I do need an energy, but if they don't knock out the Zeraora, I can just do it again and knock out the Fez or the Clefairy, and that's game, basically. So let's see. They conceded. That's actually very good. That's actually very good. And that's why I have the 210, the regular Zeraora, because it can knock out some very key Pokemon that almost every deck has. You see a lot of Latias, every deck has Fez. Not this one, but almost every deck. Alright, the opponent chose heads. Let's see what we get. If we're going first or second, let us see. Heads, they won. I think we're gonna go very likely second, right? I think it's possible. Okay, we're going second. Hopefully something we can donk. Hopefully something that we can win. If I see a, you know, like a hide and sneak, that's over. That is over. Okay, we open Magnemite. Hopefully the supporter. That is great. I do like that. I do like that indeed. Okay, Dunsparce does point towards a hide and sneak deck. So let's see. If this is a Delmise, I'm just going. Please don't be Delmise. That's another Dunsparce. Okay, that's Celebi. Okay, we're gonna go. I think Hydrapple most likely. I think it's possibly a Hydrapple deck or something. Very possibly. Okay, so I will do this. Get a Zeraora. I think that's the way. Gonna go that. And then I'll Lilies. This is a possible thing. We can win this maybe. I'm knocking out the Celebi right now, which is awesome. That does give me a little bit of wiggle room. But it's going to be a little bit annoying because they can just bring everything back in one go. Yeah, this should definitely be the Magneton already. And then next turn I can maybe do something with it. Alright. This is 80. Alright. They do have the Dunsparces, which will turn into the Dunsparce for sure. So there's going to be a very annoying situation where we have to deal with a lot of draw, likely a Forest of Vitality, and then a boom of a lot of grass type Pokemon. I'm assuming this is Hydrapple. I think it's very likely that this is Hydrapple. And if it is, like, it's gonna be very hard for me to beat, for sure. Like, reaching those numbers... Oh, it's Beedrill! That is even more annoying. Alright. I wasn't familiar with your game, Beedrill. Please. Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be dancing with the bees now. We're dancing with the bees. If it's only one bee, that's cool. One bee is fine. It's when it gets to 2 bees that things start getting a little bit iffy. Yeah, that gets another Dunsparce and likely a Weedle. 2 Weedle. All right, they're really trying to get to the 330. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Can I reach the 310 in this turn? I don't think I can. And it is possible, right? 3 energy. That's 120, 180, 180. Oh. No, it's not possible, right? 2 of these are 80. 80, 86, 6. Yeah. No, it is. I can do this. Because this I'm dealing 160 plus 180. That's enough. All right. That's actually not bad. We can do this. We can actually do this, which is surprising considering the amount of times I cannot do this. Okay, I need to get something else. Okay. I think the best thing to do is just to get 1 Magnemite down. And then it's gonna be hard for me to do something after this, but might as well try. Might as well try, because I can also, and that is a good thing, red card them after that. Yeah, this is enough for them to be out. And I'll also have Acerola live, which is good. Very, very good. So what I'm actually going to do is lower this one down, because then I can promote it. We never know what's going to happen, so might as well. That's 340 on the Mega Zeraora. So we need a lot of energies to be able to do this, because 5 of them, 5 regular ones is 300, so yeah, that's annoying. Boss's Orders is great, so if they knock me out, I can... No, I'll Acerolas for sure. I'll be very afraid next turn, let's just say that. I actually have a perfect hand for this, so let us be happy that things are going our way. Okay, now I do not have a perfect hand for this. I might. Okay, I might have a perfect hand. I just have to Pokégear for an Acerola. That is all I need. That is all I need, nothing else. Okay. They're gonna sacrifice the Weedle, most likely, which means that I might knock it out. Well, I will knock it out. That is 100% gonna happen. The only problem is, do I need... Oh, okay. That is surprising. That is surprising. If this is a boss, then I got game. I have a boss. This is game. This is game. That is a very lucky boss. That is a very, very lucky boss. But if they knock me out, I'm gonna have some trouble, but hopefully... Okay, there we go. That is a good win. That is a good win. That is a good win. That's a deck working perfectly. Good opening hand, energy in the discard pile, everything else. Pokemon you can actually knock out or protect yourself if it gets to it. That is what the deck does. Alright, we're choosing heads here and hoping to go first. We're very likely not going first, but you know, maybe we actually do go first, because there's a big chance that they want to go second. There's a lot of decks right now, a lot of decks that want to go second. So let's see. I love going second with Hide and Sneak, for example. That thing can donk, and it's awesome. When you actually are able to do it, this is a very good hand. Any starting Pokemon right here would be amazing. But of course, we don't. We get basically the same hand. Like, literally, I think this is basically the same hand. And I do not mind it at all. I do not mind it. Oh, Dragapult! Alright, that is great. We're probably losing, but we can try. We can try. We can try to do something here. This is gonna be hard though. 60 on the bench. I need to be able to charge my Pokemon very, very quickly. I cannot knock out these guys. Yeah, I cannot knock out these guys right now, because unless I get a Prime Catcher, I cannot knock out one of the Drippy, so kind of annoying, but we can start doing something. Okay, let's get one Magnemite down. That is definitely needed. And let's discard one of these. That Zeraora might actually come in handy, so I'll discard the Poké Pad, get one Mega Zeraora, and I'll attach the Voltaic Energy, and I'll also... well, I'll Lillies. Let's see what we get. No Prime Catcher. Alright. Get Prism Tower. Can discard 2 cards. Things can discard 2 cards. Alright, that's off. It wasn't glowing, so yeah. Alright, Poké Pad. This time I will Poké Pad, because we do know they love to get their stuff out. Okay, this is a good hand. We have 3 energies in the discard pile. That gives us 300 damage already. Right? No, not 300. That gives us 280? No. 260. That gives us 260 damage, which is very nice. And if things go well, we might be able to actually do something with it. That's a water energy though. I haven't talked about that part, but that is a water energy, meaning that we're probably not dealing with Dragapult. Yeah, we are not. See, my brain sometimes turns off, and I saw Drippy, I saw Dracloak, and I was like, yeah, this is Dragapult, of course. But nope, it had to be something weird. And it's something weird with water energy. What is there? I mean, there's the Wailord EX, and it's Wailord EX. Alright, this is a possible win, but we have to be very lucky. I will start knocking out the Wailmer. Like the goal right now is just knocking out the Wailmer and trying to go from there. I'm assuming they will get 2 of them down. If they don't, they're going to be running after the victory, which, I mean, it's not really what you want to do. Wailord does deal 270, which is insane damage. Absolutely insane damage. Okay, there's 2 of them, so it can happen. Why are they giving me the Wailmer though? I was gonna boss, but now I don't need to. All right. I actually don't even need to do anything because the energies are there. Sure, I'd love to get them in my Pokemon. Should I do that though? I'll do this. I'll do this, and I'll Lillies and see what we get. Because if I do get just an energy to retreat, it might be the best decision instead of giving them the prize. I don't know. Because in a way, it is better to give them the prize to reach the Acerola faster. So I'll just do that. Screw it. I'll just do that. It does give me the Acerola faster. And if I start getting that, then it's definitely going to be a lot easier for me to do something. I don't know how they'll reach the numbers though. And another weird part about this is that usually I haven't had many opportunities to use Acerola's Mischief the way it's supposed to, like to protect the only attacking Pokemon that you have. The big issue was that is that the game either ends very quickly because you just mow down through the other Pokemon. Because if you're against an evolving deck and you have an opening that is a start that is great like this, you have everything you need. You just start knocking out everything the second they come on board. But or the opposite happens. You just get absolutely destroyed to the point where Acerola doesn't really save you, you know? So, I don't know. It is a weird situation. And I don't think the Wailmer will survive because I'll just boss the next Wailmer. You have 3 bosses in the deck. You move fast through the deck as well because you're always just discarding stuff and all that. 3 Pokégears also help. Yeah, this might be what it is. This might be what it is. I think the deck just doesn't have the like it will never be as fast or as like fast enough to actually beat really strong decks because they always have a way to come, you know, to stay ahead of you in a way as you only have one play. The other Zeraora does give you another play, but it just isn't enough, you know? It just isn't enough. I mean, I'll just boss the other one. I think they will concede. I think they will. Because it's a lot of stuff for them to do. Like, they have to do Misty. Because if they don't have, like, anything else, if they don't have, like, a Cinderace or something like that, they will very likely just suffer the... I don't know. I'm not sure I can always kill them on spawn. I only have one more boss. But the way things are going, I don't expect this to change very much. Because if I reach my 3rd boss... Oh, I only used 1. I have 2 bosses left. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Because 2 Wailmers are down. They probably play 4-3 or something like that. I think 4-3 is likely what they play. I don't expect 4-4 of the Wailord. So yeah, I don't know. I don't expect this to I don't expect this to be the best showcasing of a Wailord deck. I wouldn't be surprised if they just conceded right now. No, if I get to the boss. Please, I kind of don't want to get to the boss. Just because it would be so annoying. Okay, Pokégear. They use Lillies already, right? No, they haven't. And if they go for Magneton, I can just blow it up. Okay, there's Misty. There's Misty. I have Zeraora in hand. I don't really need to do anything. I can just Pokégear twice, get the boss, get a knockout. Because they will not attack this turn, very likely. And Misty does end your turn, right? Misty does end your turn. Yeah, your turn ends. I feel like I'm gonna get boss. I feel like I'm going to get boss. Oh boy. I am going to get boss through this Pokégear, and this is going to be another strange showcase. I don't need boss. I can do this. And they will very likely concede now. Unless... It's really hard to get a good game with this. Really, really hard to get a good game with this. I swear I've been trying, but you either lose very fast or you win very fast. There's no... We're going late and... we're going very late and Acerola will change the world. Now, you either just beat them up very quickly because you have an advantage, or things just really don't go your way. Alright, we're choosing heads here. Trying to see if we go first. We're gonna go first. Alright, I do want to go first. Let's see what we have against us. The worst thing you can get is a one prize deck. If you get a one prize deck, you're most likely going to lose. We open Zeraora, that's perfect. Not the worst hand, but we don't get any energy on the discard pile or a Magneton this way, so not the best as well. But Voltaic Energy, that's cool. You deal 80 already, so that's not bad. It could even be a donk if we were lucky enough. Ooh, not great. Not great. It doesn't hit for weakness. Like, this one doesn't hit for weakness, but it always makes you think we might have to deal with something actually powerful. I don't know if I want to do this, but I will. I will. Just for the sheer possibility of having a Buddy-Buddy. Nope. Oh well. We're fine. We have one Lillies in hand. We didn't discard any Acerolas, so we should be good. All I need is another energy technically, and I just knock out Solrock. My only fear is that this is some kind of like Mega Lucario. Okidogi would be terrible. Okidogi would most likely absolutely wreck me. But let's see what we have. I think Mega Lucario could be fine if we are able to chain the Acerolas, because they really don't have anything else to do. And oh, it's even worse. It's Blood Moon or Saloon. I think we're done. I don't think we have a way to deal with this, because Acerolas only protects you from EX Pokemon. So if the deck doesn't have any EX Pokemon, then there's no way. There is no way we can do this. And they can actually dunk me right now, because if they just put the Blood Moon or Saloon down right now and have enough... Okay, they don't. But if they had energy in order to use the ability and one attack and an air balloon, I'd be down. That would be it. Okay. I'm not going to put this one down. I'm going to... Should I? No. I need to get the Magnemite. That has to be it. Okay, we do have Magnemite. That is great. But we're only taking one prize, and that is the big issue. We're only taking one prize. So, yeah, it's not going to be great. We don't even have an energy right now, for example. I don't think I'm going to be discarding anything, though. I need the Ultra Ball for a Magneton. No, but I need to do something, or else I don't get a KO here, and that is very bad. If we don't get the KO, that is very bad. I'll do Carmine, and I'm gonna need the Mega Zeraora as well. I'll do Pokégear. Screw it. That is not great. That is very much not great. All right, we gotta do 80 here. So this is the issue. If we fail energy, of course, we're doomed. That's with every single deck. If you are an attacker, a deck with attackers, you're gonna need energy. But if you're in a situation where you have a very fragile 3-prizer as your attacker, and they have a whole bunch of 1-prizers that can attack, and this is a 1-prize deck, you're doomed. I had a game against Hop's Revenant, and that thing just wrecked me. There was no way for me to win this, because even if they're like three-shotting you, they are going to win. You're giving them prizes and everything. The deck has a lot of flaws. Like I said, very disappointed. I expected Mega Zeraora to be something a little bit more... Oh, it's Mega Zygarde, actually. I mean, that makes it possible. That does make it possible. I think they're using the Blood Moon or Saluna for the Book of Transformation. This makes it possible. That's a 3-prizer. That makes it possible. And if they knock out the Mega Zeraora, technically I can red card them into a very bad hand. Yeah, they're definitely going for it. Oh, they are going for the... and Barbaracle as well. Yeah, they're going for that. They are absolutely going for that. Okay. They discarded one Book of Transformation. Oh, Transformation Tome. That was the old name from the early reveals. Okay, maybe they're just changing their strategy, I guess. What are they doing? I'm confused now. I am very confused. This is not what I was expecting at all. I didn't think this was what the deck was going to do. But it's bad, because if they do the 150 to everyone on Zygarde, on Mega Zygarde, that can ruin everything, because then I'd have to, like, I don't know, like maybe I wouldn't have enough prizes left to use Magneton, and that would be terrible. But it's interesting. I wasn't expecting this one. This is actually a very interesting one. Oh well. I was like terribly afraid of Blood Moon Ursa Luna, because all they had to do was drop it. They discarded so many energy already. So many energies discarded. Only 2 actually. Huh. They did discard 2 of this. I don't know. Let's see. 3. Oh, that. I mean, let's see how it goes. They have to try and get the Zygarde there, but they had to discard 1 transformation tome. But I already okay, there's Fez. Fez is good. Fez is good for us. Okay. Why though? I might be able to get Fez here, because I can Magnet, but I don't have energy. That is the big issue. I don't have energy. And I really don't want to discard like 2 red cards are like my win here. I'll have to do like, I need to discard both of them, but I don't want to. Ultra Ball is needed for the Magneton. I knock it out, and it's the same thing as always, so I might just... I don't know. Acerola is a very good card. I'll do I don't know. I'll do I'll do Ultra Ball and Zeraora and hope for the best. Not necessarily the best, but that's 160, I think. I mean, it's already good to mess up their draws. They discarded two of their Soul Rock already, so technically 3 of them are down unless they play 4 Soul Rock. I might be in a good position here. I really don't like my hand though. That's 1 energy that I can discard. That's great. But even my energy is like 2 Voltaic energy is very cool. I'm dealing more damage. But the reality is I cannot get them back with Magneton, because it only gets basic energy. So not great. I'm dealing damage. I'm surviving. But if they get the combo out, I don't think I can do it. If they get the full combo out with... you know, with Mega Zygarde, it's going to be really hard for me to do this. Really, really hard. I also feel like with, if they had... Okay, that's Lillie's. Okay, they wanted a big supporter. I was going to say, like, if they need like 1 or 2 pieces, maybe they should have done like, you know, something with Cypher Maniacs. Choose like a couple cards, but I have to be honest. I know what this deck does. I can know for sure what build they have. In their position, I would probably go for the Blood Moon Ursa Luna and just wreck me. Blood Moon Ursa Luna probably just needs just 1 alone. If they knock me out or use the first Mad Bite, I had 200 damage on me already. So even if I did a return KO, that would be enough for them to mess me up. Okay, double draw. I mean, that's a good part about this, because theirs is also a combo deck, just like mine, kinda. So we're all having issues. We're all having a lot of issues here. I cannot red card them yet. That's not great. I mean, they really want me to discard everything. I will discard another boss. I'll actually discard Carmine. I'm gonna be honest. No, I'll need to draw eventually. I'll discard Carmine. Screw it. I'll keep Acerolas. I'll keep doing this. Okay, we have Poké Pad. That's at least gonna get us the Magneton, and then we'll decide what to do. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, we're dealing 160. 160 lets me get the Barbaracle. I could go for Lunatone, but honestly, I'm not as afraid of Lunatone as I am of other things. So I'll just do that. Just make them a little bit harder for them to get their stuff. It's also 1 energy stuck to the Binacle. And it has 2 retreat costs. So even if they attack me, this thing only deals 80, that's 160. They'll need a Premium Power Pro to... Not even... They'll need 2 Premium Power Pros to knock me out, right? Yeah, they'll need 2 Premium Power Pros. If they play Premium Power Pro, their deck has very little when it comes to cards. So there's a chance they don't play Premium Power Pro. I mean, Zygarde, Mega Zygarde doesn't really need that. So let's see. They have almost... their whole deck in their hands. I'm almost wishing they do this, even though I don't have a backup attacker. So I should have checked with Poké Pad if my other Mega Zeraora was priced, because if it was, this can be a very bad thing. But above all, what I want is to see the Mega, because it's coming now, right? Yeah, it goes down there. They can do that. They can attach 2 to the... yeah, they cannot attack this turn, which is good. That is good. That is good. Okay, 3. They're going to attack me. Put 1 on 4 here. They're going to do the tome. Scramble Switch. All right, that is even better. I always loved Scramble Switch. I was always sad that there wasn't as many... oh, they got everything. I am going to be destroyed here. I am going to be absolutely destroyed. I hope they... I mean, they have done it already, so I hope they do the... you know, the big numbers. I hope they do it. I can Acerola my next Pokemon. So, okay, they went for that. They could have won the game, maybe. But also, they could have not won the game, so... that is actually maybe the best decision. Okay, if we get something... okay, that is... we have 1 energy, right? Okay. I'll have to red card, like, that's a given. I'll red card. That's cool. I'll need Acerolas here. No, they need 2... okay, but I'll try to go for Acerolas. The big issue is... because my goal is going to be to get the Fez, but I need to get... I don't even know. Maybe Acerola isn't the way here. Because I need another energy, basically. That's what I'm saying. Because I can get this one, and that's kind of my goal right now. It's like trying to get this one. I have all Acerolas in deck, most likely. I should have checked again. I always don't check. But I need the special red card. I'll do this. This can make me invincible, but then the 210 don't really matter. To be fair, I don't think it matters at all right now, because even if I do the overvoltage charge to this one, that's 1 prize to them, they have 2 prizes, they will knock out my Zeraora unless I Acerolas. Okay, I need 1 energy basically. I don't have the energy. So I kind of have to go with this guy. Yeah, I have to go this guy, I have to knock myself out, and I have to use Acerolas and hope for the best. That is what I have to do. It's not gonna be easy. It is not gonna be easy. I should have gotten the other Magnemite. I didn't, so I'm gonna be dealing 120 and hoping for the best. They can win with the Nullifying 0. They can actually win with Nullifying 0. I won't be able to discard 2 cards on my following turn. So I'm not really in the best position here. I am not in the best position. Because if they use Nullifying 0 and hit 2 hits on my benched Pokemon, that's it. That is over. I cannot use the Magnemite, and it will always be a liability there. Like always. They're definitely going for that, which... yeah. I played this one very poorly. Maybe? Maybe I should have taken... I don't know. I feel like everything I did not... okay, that's... okay, they knocked out just the Zeraora. That is positive for me, I guess. But I cannot knock out the Mega Zygarde. That is very hard for me to do. If I do knock out the Mega Zygarde, that is awesome. I have a Carmine. That is actually very good. But unless this... okay, I can... I cannot use another Magneton. That's always going to be a 70 HP liability, which is very annoying. I don't have Acerolas as well, which means that I've lost. I needed an Acerola in order to win. Okay, they have 1 energy there, they have 5 here. Those have 2 retreat costs, so there's a chance of me just maybe doing this. If they don't have a balloon, maybe I can just try my hardest to get somewhere. Because I will only deal 120 here. I can do Prism Tower. I know that right now, no energy that I discard can come to my Pokemon, but as long as I keep myself kind of protected, that's another Prism Tower. They can do 160 to me. If they have a balloon, it's over, of course, but And they should. They don't play one single balloon for sure. Either one balloon or a energy from hand and an energy from the discard. And they have a balloon. They didn't even need the other one. Alright, I lost this one. I mean, it's the weakness. It's the weakness of the deck, and it's also the fact that you are a very, very one-sided deck. If you are not drawing well, you are not drawing well. Maybe the bosses would have been, maybe my discards could have been better. I don't know, but it is an interesting idea, but not necessarily a very, very strong contender for best deck in the format at all. Not even close.